So I'll just tell a little bit of how I grew up. So my mother was a madam, actually. So and it's pretty rare because she's Asian, you know. So usually Asians are like, you know, like goody two shoes, but my mom was a rebel for sure. And I grew up in a highly sexualized environment. I started masturbating when I was 5 years old, you know. And so I grew up taking care of my sisters. All of our dads are different, you know. Dads were absent, and so I was a dancer. I also was in the adult film, and then I also was an escort. I had tons of sugar daddies in LA, New York, every state. I had a sugar daddy, you know. So that's I literally
every state, like Wyoming.
A lot, probably not that one. But
North Dakota.
That's so random. No, because it's not the city.
You said
maybe I was exaggerating a bit.
Oh,
I was
okay.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Boise.
No.
Did you have one in Boise, Idaho?
No. I'm from Ohio originally, though. It's close.
What do you mean you grew up in a highly sexualized environment? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Not sure we want to go there.
Okay, yeah.
But you said your mom had a brothel, basically? She was a madame?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I basically had a very...
You said you escorted sugar daddies in every city?
Yeah, like a lot of cities.
A lot of cities,
yes.
Right.
And so that's basically how I built my life when I first moved to LA 6 years ago. When I was 20, I was also fresh out of a divorce. I got married for 5 months, got a divorce, was traumatized, moved out here. So I wanted to comment on what you guys were saying too. Yeah, like I'll be honest, like, yeah, a lot of girls have a lot of trauma. Guys do too. We all have trauma. And when we get in relationships, you know, like both of the traumas just collide, you know. And I will admit, like, I've broken up with every one of my boyfriends, and I'll admit that, and I'm not proud of that. It was due to my own trauma. And also I couldn't handle what they were putting on me because of my background, because I'm still in the healing process. And that's where Jesus comes in, right? Like once you surrender, he starts to heal you. It doesn't happen overnight, but that's like where I'm at. And that's why I'm single, because I'm not healed yet, like fully with certain things that God has to change and morph in the character of my heart in order to have a healthy relationship.
So you were you in the mainstream adult industry? Did you also did OF too, or did you?
It's so funny because before OF was a thing, I knew about it and I made an account, but I never posted. Okay. But then I sold things on Snapchat before OF.
Sure. Wait, so I don't know if did you operate as Cheyenne Matthews?
No.
Okay.
I've had a few aliases.
Yeah. Did you share those or no? Oh wait, oh God. That's gonna sound like I'm like soliciting so I can search it for it later.
No, that's okay.
I swear, I was just curious if like there's were you pretty popular when you were doing this? Like well known in the space, I guess?
No comment.
Okay, that's
I think
fine.
you know.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any of your shit, but but okay. So you said when did you start escorting?
Ooh, man, 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you stripped? Did you strip at all?
Yes.
Okay. And you were like hustling sugar daddies and shit?
Yes.
What was the hustle? Did you have some tricks?
Yes.
Marks?
Yes.
What's the term?
Everything.
What's the marks? Tricks?
Tricks?
Johns?
I honestly, like, I'll say this too. I used to have a different vocabulary. Like, I grew up in like a very, ghetto environment.
You said you're half Asian, half white. Are you Filipina? Or what's? So
technically I have Korean and Japanese, Native American and European.
Okay, got it.
So I speak Korean fluently too, so thank you, Grandma. Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody in Seoul? Like you said, you had some sugar daddies and...
No, not there. I tried, but it didn't work out because I was only there for 2 weeks and it just... They were robots.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you escorted.
Yeah.
When did you stop escorting?
Last year. May 15th of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many clients over the entire course of your escorting career did you have?
Whew. I don't know. Hundreds for sure.
Hundreds
Yeah.
in escorting?
Yeah.
And then how many sugar daddies total do you think you had?
It's interesting because like I had one for 6 years and I cut it off with him last year. And it was, part of it, and this is just the human side, because we're all human. Like I was very attached I didn't love him in a romantic way. I was attached because of the attention he gave me and the money with it. And I didn't grow up with my dad, and so definitely the father wound and the mother wound played a part in the way he treated me. And so it was really tough to cut it off with some of the sugar daddies because of that, and but I did, and I've replaced that, with just every time I feel lonely or if I feel like I get triggered, because, we all have triggers. We all have triggers. We all have trauma, and if I get lonely, I just start to pray, or I'll go into like a fast or read scripture, and honestly, it just fills me. It fills that void. It fills that loneliness. It fills that depression or anxiety that's trying to seep in again, because I used to be depressed for years, especially when I had my marriage and when I was, I had a lot of relationships as well. Yeah.
Okay. So, on the what's it called? I'm always curious about opening this up to the rest of the table.
Yeah.
Who here has had a sugar daddy?
I currently have 3.
You have 3?
I've
Wait,
only
what?
had 1.
One? What about you?
Never had.
Never had?
No.
Well, what about the OF guys?
No.
They're like
They're-
sugar daddies.
they're
They just
kind
buy
of
content.
They're digital sugar
They're not like.
daddies.
digital sugar daddy.
I've been like the sugar mama.
What about you?
Me too.
I've
I've
just
been
been
that
the
too.
sugar mama.
I've been
I've
a
always
sugar
been
mama
that.
too.
You've
Okay.
been the sugar mama. What about
Yeah, for
Probably,
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you mean?
I've
you? So
spent money.
you've had one?
One like actual one, yeah.
Okay. You've had 3. You've had sounds like countless.
Yeah.
Have you had any sugar daddies? Or is this an abstain?
No,
Or-
can we define what sugar daddy is? It's like one person giving money to.
Yeah, like there's he's giving you money.
An
that's-
allowance.
Is there a
That's-
specific amount of money?
That's like
that makes you a sugar
excluding
daddy?
like OnlyFans type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't count, or it does count.
Well, if you have a whale or something, and
A whale.
They're,
well, then
they're,
you gotta-
they're
you
kind of
gotta go
similar.
back on that one.
They're kind of
Of course we have
similar.
whales.
I don't
Those
consider
are
whales
virtual
sugar daddies.
Sugar daddies, right?
They're a little bit similar.
they're kind of similar.
I mean, my sugar daddy
No.
was
No.
literally overseas. It was
Don't they give you an
digital.
allowance like to live your life, like pay
He
your
would
rent, like a
just
sugar
pay
daddy
me
takes care of
$500
you,
here and
like he's
there.
your
No
daddy?
reason.
For example,
You're giving
like
him sugar.
I was a.
Well, you're not
Like,
Yeah,
you
you
have
show-
to give your
Sugar.
sugar daddy
Show your
sugar.
Hold on.
Not
Hold on.
always.
Go ahead. Guys,
Or
stop.
non-intentional.
Stop.
Because the opposite.
Go ahead.
So for example, like I was like a Twitch streamer, and obviously Twitch doesn't allow that kind of content, like per se. And so it's like, are you talking about like people who's donating through Twitch as well?
No, like somebody where it's more like you have a direct communication
then
line.
no.
And okay. Have
I
you
have
had
not.
Nope.
no sugar
Mine
daddy?
were just scammers.
What's that?
They were just scammers. They were
Yeah,
bots.
most of them are scammers.
Yeah,
okay.
I had a guy. He sent me a Buffalo Wild Wing check for like $5,000 and it was fake.
For 5,000.
okay.
Yeah, it was. I still have
Oh,
it.
yeah, I know what